Within the realms of chaos in the Warhammer 40k franchise, there has arisen four self-aware entities known as the Chaos Gods. Masters of their own dominion within the warp, these Chaos Gods wish to spread their influence and corruption across the galaxy for more power. And we are going to be talking about one of them, and more specifically, why you would like to worship one of these Chaos Gods. So today, by popular demand, we are doing Khorne, the god of blood, skulls, rage, murder, and war. One reason why you should worship Khorne above the others is simply because either one, you don't like what the others give you in mutations. Khorne is going to be the least likely one to mutate you to a large degree. Granted, yeah, your muscles will bulge tenfold, but that's kind of what you want in Khorne. If you want to be a battle-hardened warrior, Khorne will help you do that. The only other mutation that he might give you, maybe some horns, but that's about it. He won't mutate you that much. Big emphasis on there. Yes, there is a possibility he could turn you into a chaos spawn if you fuck up, but he's Khorne. He's not really a nice guy, you know. On to other reasons why you would want to worship Khorne. If you have a lot of built up anger, then Khorne's your guy. He will have your back more than anything else. You want to kill people, he wants you to kill people. It's a mutual exchange between you two. Khorne will also make sure that you kind of are a really hard thing to beat on the battlefield. As yes, your whole brain matter will mostly be dedicated to murder and slaughter. That's kind of what you want if you're just going to worship a guy known as the Blood God. You want to battle, and Khorne wants you to battle, so he'll make sure that you're better at fighting. He's also the kind of god that you should worship if you like doing things on your own. Khorne will gladly give you the power to kill a god. Well, maybe all of the other Chaos Gods but him, but you need to prove that you have to do it in the first place. He does not like being taken advantage of. Something that if he finds out that's what you're trying to do with him, he'll just turn you into Chaos Spawn, or just blow you up or something like that. Another pro, though, that you might have, though, with Khorne is if you really like fighting and you like honor, then you can go with Khorne. Now, granted, this has been kind of changed throughout the ages of Warhammer, but it's still kind of there, kind of. Look, the only thing that I want to point out, though, is, yeah, you can have all the armor fights you want, but if Khorne tells you that you have to burn down that orphanage over there, you gotta do it. You can have all the armor fights you want, but you have to also do some actual bad stuff before you get your bad dessert, if you want to say it like that. Another thing, though, I want to point out, though, is while you are worshipping Khorne, there is a slight possibility that you'll, well, go completely berserk. Now, of course, the reason why you're worshipping the Blood God is so that you're better at war. Because it's Warhammer, Khorne is probably going to be your best option for fighting. However, because you're going to only want battle and slaughter, you are going to just focus on that and nothing else. You will not appreciate anything else, and really, you become a mindless berserker over time. Which, if you know anything about the World Eaters, that can it's kind of like a two double-bladed sword, if you will. Or double-bladed chain axe, if you want to be technical. Another thing, though, I do want to point out, though this can kind of be a good segue into the cons, you're also going to be a very heavily prone to infighting. Now, granted, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say rare, but it is kind of uncommon that coordinate forces will fight each other as long as there's another enemy that they could fight instead. Now, does this mean that you're going to actually have brotherhoods? Yes, to an extent. However, don't be surprised when you take a chain axe to the teeth. However, luckily for you, since coordinate forces are very strict on do not backstab, fight your opponent face to face, you will at least see it coming. But on to cons. Why would you not want to worship Khorne? Well, for one, you don't really have a grand purpose for Khorne. Nurgle wants you to spread his love and diseases across the galaxy. Tzeentch wants you to just scheme and plot, plan and betray those around you for more power. And Slanesh wants you to have a good time. Insane good time, indeed. But Khorne just wants war and blood. That's it. Khorne is like the orcs if you think about it. All he cares about is fighting, and that's it. For another con, like I said earlier, you'll most likely turn into a madding berserker and only want to kill and slaughter. You don't really got time for perfecting your craft of being a warrior. You'll just become a mindless berserker, only looking for the next thing to kill, which who knows could be your best mate just standing next to you because you haven't fought anything in 5 minutes. Along with that though, when you are worshipping Khorne, you'll be basically kind of, what's the word? Oblivious to your surroundings. It has been stated in the lore multiple times that coordinate forces are stupidly easy to outmaneuver. You can't outfight a coordinate force, but you can outmaneuver them. Set up traps, and magic is definitely not off the table. If you're fighting a Zeech army, there's a decent chance that Khorne's forces might crumble depending on how strong the Zeech forces are. Along with that, though, yeah, you will be resistant to magic, but that does not mean that you're impervious to magic as a Khornate follower. You are going to either get ass blasted back to the Stone Age by a magic thorn in your ass, or you're going to just fall into a spike pit in the middle of the jungle because you charge directly at the enemy's front lines. So self-preserving yourself is definitely off the table when you are worshipping Khorne. But that's kind of all I got for y'all today. So, would you worship Khorne if you had the choice of the matter? Did I miss anything? Did you agree with my pros and cons? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now. Oh, and I almost forgot. One great con for worshipping Khorne is if you just really hate Slanesh. With every fabric of your being, you hate that horny demon lord fucking god thing, then go with Khorne. He will happily make you stronger if you're solely devoted to just killing Slanesh demons. I promise you that.